point real quick. You know, I when I pick this phone up, even though I pick it up to handle my business, I see a lot of things. I see a lot of stuff on social media. You go your Google search, put a lot of stuff up there. I go search stuff on Google, so I see a lot of different other bloggers and views stuff going on. And particularly what happened in what happened to that dude Sharp. Yeah, I know I already dressed that up. See what's happening, to my boy Shador, Southside Dion, Shador as well. I see that a lot of men don't know what it means to be a man. They really don't. They're one thing about being a man is number one, you gotta know who you are. And I told you about who I am as a man of God, this, that, another. But let me tell you the three things that a whole man's life is for, so we can make this real simple. If this is your criteria for what it means to be a man in relation to a woman, outside that, I ain't talking to no single man because I'm not single. I don't know. Really do what you do. All right. But once you take on one of these, which means you putting somebody before yourself, I'm gonna look at you different as a man. When I see one of these, I put you in a different boat than I put single man. The job of a man is real simple. Your first job is to provide. Your second job is to protect. Your last job is to produce. Where did I get that from? Out of the Bible. Point blank period. So if you ain't a Christian, you don't identify with it, you think it's as they say, oh, you just following the white man's religion, you can exit, stay left or right. Kick this, we need to click out and go. Because it ain't for you. But I'm not gonna argue with you, try to prove it to you, because as I say, my job in relation to my family is these three. Provide for my family, protect my family, and produce. Reproduce and produce something that's better for society. When I produce something like offspring, I build the standing of society, and civilization as a whole are made up of families. If there is no reproduction, then there is no nation. So when the family degenerates, the nation degenerates. Look today in the subcultures and the country as a whole. Years ago, we was arguing. I'm glad it's over with. What this person wants to be, what he born is not what he identify with. Foolishness. We don't talk about that. Uh, and also because that violates the last P. Two men, two women, no producing, no reproduction. Period. Fact, not feelings. Fact. Everything for a married man should be falling within those three. Providing for my family. Whether you work a job, have a business, whatever you're doing, you're trying to provide for you and her, if it's just you and her. When you get offspring, when you get offspring, then it's providing for you, her, and offspring. Your next obligation as a man is to protect them. Protect them physically, financially, spiritually, emotionally. That's your job. To monitor each and every one, every last one of those states, whether your wife and your children, and to produce, reproduce, and also produce viable young men that can help strengthen the society or subculture you're in. That's it. All this rest of the stuff these guys be talking about is a bunch of BS. Stop taking advantage. Stop, please, in my opinion. You taking advantage, you taking advice from single men. I listen to guys that all they do is address women. Man, I don't even want to say his name. That's all he does is talk about how bad women are. And I'm like, you only got to date one. I think you married the one. Why you worried about what the rest of them do is beyond me. unless you upset with the one you got and you think you missing out because the other women that you talking about, they always fit a certain criteria. They always look a certain way. They're very shapely, very exotic, and you are a pudgy king. So it seems to me that you're not really trying to shape all women's opinion, which you cannot do because you never talk to all women. Them do. Particularly, you shouldn't be worried about what other single women do because that's no business of yours because you're not single. Whether they're advertising, how they dress, how they carry themselves, how they deal with relationships, what does that have to do with you? And you are a married man. So for those single men who identify and roll with me, you see how I carry it? Those are the three principles I live by. Provide, protect, produce. That's it. It's real simple. Care if you're a millionaire, trillionaire, 10,000, $10, it don't make no difference. That's all. That's your obligation as a man. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. I'm here to leave my mark in the world. If you leave your mark in the world and you have no offspring, your mark dies with you. Fact. My mindset is going to be perpetuated with both my boys. Fact. With some modifications as we go along, but I'm the root that the branches come from. Think on that. It's real simple. I'm gonna let it go. 'Cause I ain't gonna talk y'all into death, but that's what it is. Provide, provision, protection, and produce. That's it. You can become a millionaire following those three right there. If that's your goal, I want to chase millions. Two is better than one. Fact not fiction. If you take care of the first two, sometimes I listen to these get out of here. Sometimes I listen to these issues that man, and what it sounds like to me is that this man got woman problems. Plain and simple. I'm not having no woman problems. I got one, happily married, 2 decades. We good. I don't have women problems. You have women problems. And I think it stems from the fact that most heterosexual women don't want to marry another woman. They want to marry a man. Mic drop. Hey, I'll talk to y'all later.